Hi, in this presentation we will look into the requirements and expected deliverables of the compulsory coursework assignment related to the second part of this course. After watching this presentation, you should be able to explain what are the objectives and the deliverables of this coursework, and also to explain the functional specification of the system that you are being asked to develop. Generally speaking, what you are asked to do is to develop a simple CPU architecture that implements a subset of the Logo programming language. You may Google this expression if you are not familiar with Logo, but essentially it is a simple language that became popular to teach basic programming skills to children by enabling them to control a small turtle that used a pen to create a drawing as it moved around. The CPU should be designed in VHDL and implemented using Vivado and the Basis 3 boards. And you are also expected to demonstrate that your solution works by controlling the small cart that is shown in this slide. Here you can see a top view of the cart on the left, which shows the two stepper motors used to drive the wheels, and also the blue servo motor that is used to lift up and down the pen. And that's the small box located next to the stepper motor on the right. The bottom view shows the two boards that are used to drive the stepper motor coils. The outputs from the Basis 3 board will drive the inputs of these boards. As you see in this slide, you are asked to implement a small number of mandatory instructions. The instructions in the first 3 lines of this table enable you to create loops. The next line specifies the 4 movement control instructions, and the last line enables you to lift up or down the pen. Notice that the 4 movement control instructions, move forward, move backward, move left, or move right, require an indication of the time that each movement is supposed to last. The fact that it is specified in terms of time instead of steps is to enable you to rotate the motors at different speeds if you want to draw an arc while moving. Besides the mandatory instructions, you are invited to add other instructions such as those indicated in this slide. The first group enables you to jump conditionally according to the logic level read at a given digital input, and the second group enables you to drive a given digital output to either 0 or 1. Notice that you may need to add further blocks to the CPU architecture to implement these or actually any other instructions of your choice. The overview of the complete solution may be represented as shown in this slide, where a computer is used to specify the program to be run by the CPU and then to download it to the Basis 3 board using a UART that will store the object code to run. Once the program has been downloaded, you can push the Go button and the CPU should begin its execution. There are, of course, many different ways to start and do this work, but I'd like to emphasize that any assignment of this type offers you the opportunity to work together in your group, but also to work alone. Both parts are important, and you should find a way to discuss what is to be done together and what you can split among the group members to be developed in parallel. What I present here is one possible roadmap, but please feel free to decide upon your own solution. Before concluding, I would like to call your attention to the fact that not all the blocks indicated in the overview representation shown earlier are of equal importance. The minimum implementation required comprises only the yellow core blocks. You can code the program to be executed in RAM using VHDL, and you will be ready to experiment with the board and the cart without needing the serial link to the computer. You can then add the remaining blocks later if you have the time, but bear in mind that you don't have to do it all at once from the beginning. Friday, November 23rd by midnight, is the deadline for submitting your deliverables, comprising the Vivado project folder and a video where the group presents their work and achievements. All the resources needed for this proposal are available from the coursework assignment page in Canvas. And that's it. Thanks for your attention.